All right, another storytelling track I got today, cause also going back to the wall on this one because shout out to Ghostface Killah. I think Ghostface might arguably be, if you really think about it now, the best storytelling artist in Wu. Maybe you could argue.
Yeah,
I think
I would say, yeah.
yeah, I think the Tears track that we just put out makes sense. This track even more makes sense, and I know you know this track well. I'm talking about Guest House off of Wizards of Poetry,
Yeah.
which just a little bit about that, and we talked about this, but Ghostface, I guess, always wanted to do an R&B project, and this was his
Mhm.
first time, getting to do that, and it's almost, I think we talked about, it's almost a flawless project where you don't really have to skip too much.
No,
Um,
no, I think I think the production is what really made it not skippable.
yeah,
And I think what Ghost is like he tells great stories, and I think he's one of those people where it's like if you give him a great beat, he's gonna make a great song out of it.
yes,
And he's
yep,
got these really quirky moments where he makes things funny, he makes things
yes.
serious, and certain things he'll say is just like, damn, I would never think to even put that in a song. Yeah, shout out to Justice League for producing this track, if I'm not mistaken. They're
Yeah,
the
you're right.
producer. Hmm.
Yes. Good call out. Good call out
Hmm.
on that one. And it's just, dude, it's so descriptive. And it's an affair track, right? So,
Hmm.
basically if you listen to the track, Ghost starts off the song hot. He's like, fuck. He's like, where the fuck is she at? You know what I'm saying? He can't find
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
Apparently she told him she was going to the store real quick. Hours later, she's still not back. So Ghost has a gut feeling that something ain't right in his
right,
house. You know what
right.
I mean? Wifey might be up to something. She's not being communicative. Something's in the air. So yeah, he's calling her. She can't be found. He even and I think it's like midway through the song calls her friend Kiana. I think the name is.
Yeah.
She don't know where she's at,
Hmm.
and she's got her own shit going on. So she's like, leave me alone. Like I don't know where my friend's at.
Right. Like I ain't
Um,
snitching. I don't know nothing about nothing.
exactly. And then right before he dips off to the guest house in his cart go kart, which he says,
Yeah.
he even shouts out to the chef in his mansion. He's like, yo, if you see her, page me, call me, because I'm looking
Right.
for her. And the chef says, what up? So, Ghostface paints his picture. He's like frustrated. He's upset. He's in the golf court, going to his guest house in the back of his in his backyard,
Hmm.
basically. And he walks in and he sees the worst thing a married man could see. His wife is in the bed with another man. And the feature on this is Fabulous, which is
Fabulous.
interesting
Yeah.
because Fabulous, kind of a sleeper rapper. A lot of people might forget about him or not remember him, but I thought it was dope. Ghostface put him on, and then it was comedic. This verse when they go back and forth because he goes, reach down for his drawers. That's when I let off a shot. Back the fuck up. Snatch his covers. Had him looking like the black Adam and Eve, some sinful lovers. And then Fab goes, chill, Tone, put the gun down. He's like, how you know my name, son? He
Yeah.
goes,
I
hold
like
on,
because
let me
he says it in a
explain.
super cool. He says it in like he's like, chill, Tone, put the gun there. Like he
Put the
says it in like
gun
a super
down.
cool voice. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's all like, dude, he's like sitting there begging his wife, like this guy's about to blast him. And he's like, yo, relax, dude.
Yeah.
Um, And then he goes, and then he's like, how you know my name? So Ghostface is realizing he recognizes him. Yo, this is crazy. Come to find out, he goes, yeah, you right. You look familiar. You put my cable in, right? He goes, the Fios dude, and you're fucking my wife, dude. Just, I mean, it's like,
The
bro, could you
Fios dude.
imagine? Could you imagine? I guess, like, first off, wifey sleep running behind your back is crazy, but it
Right.
just happens to be the dude who was doing your cable most recently. I mean, dude, you might have to consider. I hate to even say this, but often yourself might be around to go because I mean, I don't know how you recover from that. To be honest with you, dude.
Man, I would like to hope Fabulous or Jim Carrey never becomes my cable guy ever.
Yeah, cable guy. Yeah, what a sleeper
Whoever's
movie,
hiring that
dude. Cable guy.
company, whoever is the person who's doing the hiring at that company, Dom, you would know about
Yeah,
corporate recruiting.
yeah.
That would have to be like on the list of things. And it's like, how do you feel about adultery? It's like, do you get
Oh,
bonuses? Do you get extra perk points? Flyer mileage? I don't know.
yeah,
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 that's
man. No,
and
no, it's just it's a cool song. It's fun. It's different too. And like I said, Ghost does a good job of telling stories. But I just think how the track was layered. You talked about the production from the Justice League. the mix of Ghostface and Fabulous on it. It just yeah, it's a track that when it comes up on the shuffle, I listen to it all the way through
Mhm.
because I feel like I find little nuances and little parts and the skits that are involved with it. I just think it's a really well done track and a great storytelling track overall.
Right. Man, if we ever got to interview him, I would love to ask, like, in a lot of cases when features happen, some stuff is premeditated, some stuff is just like you see each other at the club or you see each other at a basketball game, you're in the same hotel, coincidentally you're like, yo, like, let's link up, let's go to the studio, and things organically happen, right? Sometimes you'll have a pack of beats, things like that will turn about a new song. This seems like he had to really take a strategic approach, and I wonder if he came up with the process of like what was going to happen, but he's like, who would be the guy to
Mm.
who'd be the guy on the other side? And you got to think, there's so many dudes from New York. He could have picked like 50 Cent.
Oh,
50 Cent, I think, would have
dude.
been a good
Yeah,
cast, to do.
true. Maybe even
Um,
Papoose,
Papoose, I think,
kind
would
of
have been a
along
good
those
one.
lines. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But or you could even done somebody like I think Joel Santana. I think would have
Oh,
been a cool one.
yeah.
So, but it's like of all people, I think he was probably like, no, I need someone slick. I need someone that's got like a
Yeah.
cool tone in his voice.
And
He's
Fab
probably
is
called
slick,
Fab.
bro. He
Yeah,
is slick. Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, I feel like Fab is underrated for when it comes to songs he's featured on.
Great point.
He's a great
Great point.
collaborator when it comes to bringing his own flavor to something, and he makes something always sound cool. Like during those 2000 mid 2000s era when he was jumping on a lot of R&B tracks with like Dream and Neo and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like those are
Yeah.
some really cool songs. So
Yeah.
I think too, being around that time period was like, yo, he was the perfect candidate to pick for that feature.